All right, yep. Now the time limit's coming up, so I'm running out of memory. Gotta start uploading these short ones that I've done, so I can start deleting videos and make more videos. So there's something that was interesting because you see, apparently because Kamala Harris's father is from Jamaica, that automatically makes him as black as Marcus Garvey. And as anybody knows, if they are a fan of Jamaican culture, you would know the song Marcus Garvey, the famous Jamaican song about the man that begins as Marcus Garvey was a nigger from Jamaica. Now, I don't think Kamala's dad was, but being that he introduces himself and discusses himself as descended from Irish and Hindus. But butter chicken, mango curry, hey, it's all Caribbean, you know. It's like ska. It's black American, technically in a way. Jamaicans would disagree. But hey, apparently American news wants people to listen to white liberals and black rednecks on racial purity. That's the beauty of this. If you really, really understand the power of the blackness, you will vote for Kamala Harris. Because there's nothing more black than that. Another one that it's like, wait, so you're going to vote for a prosecutor in a state that's one of the most notorious for, to the point that California, when people talk about this on YouTube now, that they're old enough that they had been in the prison system or penitentiaries or something in some place, and then they would say, and then they got to California, and they were shocked by how the system was there. And so they were like, you have a car, county and race. So California's penitentiary system is so fucked up that it's completely racially and hardcore racially divided. So if this says a lot about who liberals are, what they really preserve, where they live, and how they view race, and then also how intensely divisive they are. Because this is this idea of, I mean, should I, like, would I, if Idi Amin, like, oh, how can you not vote for Idi Amin? It's just, this kind of stuff is great, but it's so black rednecks, white liberals. And I really like then this idea of these guys on the news who like doing this weird, psychological, nonsense of, oh, you hate yourself. And it's like, what do you mean? And that's the one that I like how Hood finally, what does that even mean? And what finally I had to sit there, I'm like, no, I remember thinking about this with pro-blacks. Pro-blacks desperately want black Americans to have had some great empire that then collapsed because, the Portuguese came along and the Pope took it all. St. Maurice never existed. What the fuck? St. Moses the Black never held any importance in Christian history. Things like that. Just these people who obviously really don't care much about the history of the African diaspora. And it's fine if they don't. I mean, that's up to them. It's completely up to you what you hold important. But this whole idea of, then it's like, well, okay, so what do you mean? Why would somebody sort of hate themselves? Oh, because, and so you realize what this is this very convoluted kind of psychological nonsense that somebody's trying to say is Because your ancestors didn't rule everything and everyone, you would naturally be ashamed of them. This must be, to some degree, what's being thought by the pro-blacks. The pro-blacks keep bringing up this and have been bringing this up for a generation or more. These self-hating black man. And it's just like, I know, what? And I really, it took me a long time, but after a while I started to realize it's like, no, Donovan, you don't get it. You're mixed. You've always kind of wanted to be a little more black. In some ways, but then as you got older, you realize like that doesn't really, it's very young and kind of childish way of thinking. You are who you are. And then like at the point at which I'd be bumping soul nights, and that black people who were in their 20s and 30s would show up, and these fucking morons wanted to ruin the show in freestyle. It's like, no, it's soul night. Like, it wouldn't even get up and dance to the music, their own, fundamentally the way their own people's music. Didn't even, and that just, I finally, it just finally really told me, like, this is what's really going on here. It's these people who are black as night and uncomfortable as fuck with it. And uncomfortable as fuck with it. And me, half black, and I'm like, yeah, it's great. I've never gotten, I know I've gotten a sunburn. I remember when I got a sunburn a few years back. I was like, oh, damn. Ow, my shirt, ow. Oh, my God, my shoulders. I actually got a sunburn. I don't know what that is. And so it just, I don't know. The self-hating thing is what really throws me. These people have gone into all this academia and all this stuff, and that they're like, yeah, these black people who are buying into the narrative of the white supremacy and blah, blah, blah. And they talk like as fast as Destiny. As soon as they get into it, the screed speeds up. And it's just like, so you think Kamala Harris listens to James Brown? Kamala Harris listens to Etta James? Or does Kamala Harris even know how to cook butter chicken? Does Kamala, like, what is this? No, Kamala Harris probably knows how to make samosas. She knows it. She knows where to get the best mimosas in Washington D.C. and in like West Oakland. The best breakfast spots in Berkeley, and the samosa shop, like that little cluster of places on right off of Shattuck, that used to be by the French place that made not omelets. It's a folded dough thing. Can't believe I'm forgetting the name of these things. You have them for breakfast. Europeans put Nutella and bananas in them. Okay, it's just not hitting me what this thing's called, because I don't eat that kind of food much anymore. I don't eat fancy ass shit anymore. I eat very, very simple food because it keeps my health and my physiology very easy to deal with. So anyway, I just had to bust that just because I was just sitting there and I was just thinking about, was her dad from Jamaica? Like that nigger Marcus Garvey who came from Jamaica? I always want just to see the look on someone's face. It goes, wait, no, the song, Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey was a nigger who came from Jamaica. It's a song. It's a famous Jamaican song called Marcus Garvey. In praise of Marcus Garvey. Like one of the best songs I think Skylights have is The Death of Marcus Garvey. the ska song "Death of Marcus Garvey," which, if I remember right, is it has no there's not a lyrical version. It's only music, but like that's a great jam. That's a great old ska song. But yeah, I just I don't know. I mean, I just sit back and it's just like, especially with things like like you listen to things like all the way back to Kaiso and Pokemania, and you're listening to like Attila the Hun, Growling Tiger, Marciano, when a dog is treated better than you, and just I mean these oh god, just some of these songs, Calypso War, War, I declare war, and it's just these wonderful things that are black, and it's just like I could say like one of the most wonderful phrases. And there's a song, and it's the Irish, "Our day will come." Like just these certain things that they just fill your heart full of pride. Percolate, the it's either the Percolate or the Templars. "I've got a heart full of pride." What a great song! Great song. I mean, it's very simple. It's not. I mean, people will be like, "Dude, this isn't very good," but it's just when you're sitting there and you want to get pumped. You want to hit the bench, And it's Percolate's one of those songs. Percolate's one of those bands. But anyway, yeah, everybody should have some kind of sense. It's because they're you. You're the result of your ancestors, not this Hegelian crap of this is. That's what she is. It's a Hegelian hustler. One of these people who thinks that she's like the culmination of all of history or something because of how she's this and she was mixed and then she went and lived in Canada and she's so international. And then I love how that one lady busted it on CNN. So yeah, her parents weren't from here, were visiting here, and had children, and I guess now they're American citizens, or she's an American citizen because her parents just happened to get off the plane here and give birth. I don't know. That kind of sounds like an anchor baby, and it is. Kamala Harris is an exemplar, exotic jet setter, an anchor baby. It's not dissimilar from Obama before. Somebody who would not. This is not a person who ate chitlins. They never sat there going, "Oh my God, what is that?" What do you mean, what is that? It's chitlins. But why does it smell like that? Don't say that. If you don't want to eat it, don't say anything. Just eat the other things. I like the stuffing. I like the gravy. I like the turkey. Chitlins freak me out. Chitlins is freaking me out. Oh my God. So anyway, all right. That's like a weave, like when a weave comes off, like, oh God. Like a girl sleeping, holding her head up. That's black. Peace.